Waiting for the ticker to tick. All it goes. It is 6 p.m. on Tuesday, July 22nd, 2026. We are going to open the administrative board meeting. Roll call, please.
Trustees Chris,
Yeah, I'm here.
John,
Here.
Patrick,
Here.
Jen is absent, William is absent, Nathan is absent, President Rick,
Here.
Treasurer Brenda, here. Clerk Lisa is also absent, Deputy Clerk Erica is me, and I am here. Public Works Supervisor Fergie,
Here.
Parks Lead Brody,
Here.
sorry, Supervisor, Attorney Dan,
Here.
and Engineer Matt.
Here.
Just for your knowledge tonight, because we only have 3 trustees, it does give us the quorum, but I have to vote. So, and anything we do will have to involve me. All right, so, what to me? I cannot make a motion.
Make a motion to approval of June 24th, 2026.
Nope, you're way down too far. How about
Make a motion for a resolution for discussion or for approval of resolution 26-40 approving or authorizing execution of a comment agreement for commercial lighting at Gateway Commercial Building Project. Second.
John makes a motion to approve resolution number 26-40. Chris seconds. Any discussion on that?
Get it, it's important. Just for the lights that are gonna sit out
Yeah.
there, see that? Yeah, what, is it 383 a month or what?
So that's it.
I don't know, I didn't go ahead.
She sent it to me and asked me to sign it, and I said, I don't think so, so that's why it looks like,
Yeah, are we gonna have to pay for the electricity ongoing? I mean, I assume
oh,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
386 months.
I don't, I mean,
If it's a
that's,
dusk to dawn
that's
lighting,
standard, so I'm not gonna.
yeah, if it's a dusk to dawn lighting, that's kind of what we're paying for.
We have to pay for it till we sell the building.
It's important. Okay,
Building.
that's all, I'm sorry, I just wanna make sure.
Was it 383 or 386? 386.80. $386.80 per month, correct?
Yeah.
Any further?
It's a lot of light.
We will do roll call.
John,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Chris,
Yeah.
Rick,
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll make the, oh wait.
Sure.
what?
Oh, you have to say the other. You have to say the other? You just say.
Oh,
Well, normally I'd say Lisa, but you're here.
right. Jen, William, and Nathan are absent. You're gonna do that every single time.
Still your turn. You're next.
Oh, I don't have it.
All right. Brenda,
I don't have it.
new business.
I'll make a motion for approval of June 24th, 2026 administrative board meeting list. Sorry.
John makes a motion to approve the June 24th, 2026 administrative board meeting minutes. Patrick seconds. Any discussion on the minutes? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Passes at 6:03.
Motion for approval of bills payable dated June 24th, 2026 in the amount of $91,439.31.
Okay.
Sorry.
John makes a motion to approve the bills payable dated June 24th, 2026 in the amount of $91,439.31. Patrick seconds. Discussion on the bills. Roll call, please.
Jen, William, and Nathan are absent. John,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Chris,
Yeah.
Yes. That passes at 6:04. All right. Brett.
I'll just say mine for the street side.
All right. Brody.
In here this for already. Obviously, we post a lot of sports in the park. Just so everybody is aware, we lost football this year. They are moving over to Stone Valley to play on their fields. So just figured I'd bring it up. That's one of the big ones out here, just so everybody is aware. That's all.
We gonna convert it to a soccer field?
Usually that one is a combination field. We overlay the soccer field on top of the ball field, so it will just be a soccer.
Okay.
All the orders.
No,
No.
those are the baseball
Yeah.
hats.
Matt?
The scoreboard one was the one that hit the tornado.
All right, project status report, the, Route 72 crosswalk, project, Dale's just waiting on the contract bond from the contractor before they can get started with that. The 26 general maintenance project, I got to approve the contract, and Struck and Irwin have been out measuring the pavement area, and Dale said they should be starting the upcoming weeks. No definitive date though yet. Nothing on page 2. Page 3, Harvest Glen, Plat 10, ditch inspections. We did 2 this month at 208 and 210 Autumnwood, just for sod. 208 Autumnwood was acceptable. A portion of the ditch sod at 210 needs to be replaced. It was dead. The Gateway subdivision project, lot 1 improvements, building starting to go up. The infrastructure improvements though, Dale's still trying to get a hold of NICOR and get a schedule out of them. We just gotta get that gas main relocated down at Forest Avenue so they can finish up the water main there, and then they can start finishing up the entrance there and get it ready for paving. So
When will are they still working on NICOR to bring the gas to the building? That was the one they couldn't get done till June or July of this year.
yes, I'll check on that. He just made note of the relocation for.
That's why we had to do that whole heat thing last year.
Yep, I'll check on that too. I'll check on that and let you know.
And I've lost my contact with NICOR, she retired.
That's what I was just about ready to ask.
No.
Got any insight yet?
She's in Florida, she retired.
Okay. Osler Grant, we did have a sewer backup issue there at the restroom building. Since we made the corrections, there was a little, damage to the siding that still needs to be addressed and stuff there. Once that's done and they've submitted all their final closeout paperwork and stuff, I know the final pay request has been submitted for processing, but we just can't release it until we get these last couple items, taken care of. So there's some closeout, basically contractors affidavit waiver of lien items that we know that all their subs and suppliers have been paid. So, the OSLA 26 application, just, complying all the documentation need for the application and everything, the narrative exhibits, cost estimates and stuff there. So, once we got that, we'll get online and start, putting that application together. So it's open now to get online to do that. Next page, nothing there. We'll talk about the well, 1 pump rehabilitation award here under the, water section. Nothing with the NICOR permit, and I thought we were done with Frontier, permit requests, but another one came in. Dale did review that, and then, they requested, some revisions and stuff, and then we're currently reviewing that revision, so.
Anything further?
That's it.
Yeah, did they, I know you said that they're waiting on that, from the contractor for the crosswalk.
Yep.
You have anything ballpark, you think they start?
Oh, he did not say, but I can text them and see if I can get you an answer before they do.
All right, perfect. All right, community events, Jenna's not here. Do you have anything for community events, Brody?
Yeah, she had asked me basically just to give a recap of the, 3rd of July, then 7th of July event. Everything went great. The fireworks were great from everything I've heard from the community. I thought they were great myself. We had a great turnout yet again this year, even with delaying it a week. Unfortunately, some of the amenities that we had planned for the first go around, weren't able to return for the 10th, but, after talking with Erica, Brenda, Lisa, the rest of the committee, the sponsorships were a huge thing this year. to allow us to do that. So that'll definitely be something we look at doing, you know, in future years, to be able to do that. So overall, it was great. Actually, I covered everything you wanted me to. That's all I got.
I had another compliment on the fireworks today when I was in Stillman. Specifically, beyond just a general one, they also specifically said the American flag fireworks was just, that's the one I hear the most about, was absolutely.
That was a unique one that's only been done, well, they did a practice one, and then it was only done in Iowa or Indiana, I believe, before that in the competition. So we were the second public space to get it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it was cool to see.
Okay, under finance, before did we have any ratification of emergency expenditures?
We do not.
Okay, under the second one, there is a correction to the annual fee ordinance in the table of contents. There's one in there, it says page 18, it actually says page 118. It should be page 18, so we need to amend that as we make the motion.
I want to make a motion for the approval of ordinance 26-06 annual fee ordinance noted page 118 to be changed to page 18.
Sorry.
John makes a motion to approve ordinance number 26-06 with the noted amendment. Patrick seconds. Any discussion on the fee ordinance?
Packet for the fee stuff in there, but that wasn't what was red line. Fee was actually red line.
Should have been changed.
Maybe the page did, but so did the fee.
What's the wrong one?
So am I looking at something that was in the?
We get it.
She said that separately, it wasn't in the ring, right?
Yeah.
The fee or something changed from 195 to 205 was,
That was the water meters.
And the cost of the water meters went
that's
up.
not part of the change, the words.
It's got changed, but specifically the building fees, since we switched.
Can't do it. Can't say, I'm just saying, you can't say that we're only changing page number or changing fees to boot.
Oh, no, there's a typo in
The typo,
like the
that's all
table of
John was
contents.
correcting.
I understand that, but that's not what they said, at least not what I read. Maybe nobody else knows.
I was confused.
Well, it's right here on page 15 is where the red line is. But with the change on the primary water meter single being raised from 450 to 600, and the replacement water meter going from 195 to 205.
Yeah,
The water meter reader going from single from
Yeah.
190 up to 135 to 190, and the water meter reader double going up.
so those were already changed previously, it's just the page that they were.
No, those
are changing.
the rates are being changed.
But
John
that-
just made, John
That's
just,
just what he just said. He just said we're changing the page from whatever.
that's just an amendment to what's already in here. Because what's in here right now says page 118 up in the table of contents, so it should be page 18.
I got it,
Okay,
but that's not, I'm seeing red lines on the fees. Is the fee changing
yes,
current?
yes.
Then we should be having that brought up in the resolution. We're just saying we're changing the page
He's
number.
saying his document still has red edits.
Yes.
No,
That's
the
exactly.
red, yeah, the red is
No, it's
what's
telling you what
new.
you
The crossed lines are what it was before.
It is what's in red. Is what it is.
Yeah,
Right.
what's in red is correct.
Yes, that's
So
the
the-
resolution you just made.
The ordinance. So the ordinance actually is about changing, this being updated to update those fees. What John made the motion to is approve this ordinance with the change of that page number also.
That's not how I took it when it said it. So what is the fee we're changing and why?
I just read the water meter
Yeah, water
rate seal.
meters and
Why
then,
are we changing the water meter rate?
Cost of water meters.
All right, that's fine. $10 doesn't kill me. What's the other portion?
She
the,
said the building fees.
since we switched to Lakeside, they're
So
different
that's,
than,
that's like a review of the fee?
Yeah,
Or, okay.
like inspections
Then
and
that's
all.
fine too.
Yeah,
But we should, if we're gonna say it, we should say the whole thing, not just that we're changing the page number when we're changing fees to go with it. It's disingenuous to the public.
Well, the page number was a last minute thing because Dan just noticed it, on page 3, about 3/4 of the way down, it says page 118 instead of page 18.
And I don't have a problem getting it correct. I have a problem when it looks like the only thing we're doing is changing.
No,
the
no.
page number when we're changing the fee.
Now, the annual fee ordinance is approved when we make, only done when we make changes to it.
I understand that.
John's was an amendment, so just for the public record, it was an amendment just to correct the typographical error that was in the resolution that is raising some of the fees. Around building fees and water meter fees.
Or the building fees before, I don't see a line going into that.
That's water meters. Is there
That whole, whole thing, water.
Yeah, she should have. We should have read the sense of it.
So then we shouldn't pass this at all, right?
We're going to kick it out for 2 weeks.
Come back.
Yep. Somebody want to make a motion to
I'll
table?
rescind my motion for ordinance 26 by amendment.
Second.
Rescind the quick for table? Works?
That works.
Okay.
So you want to postpone consideration, or you just want to put it on? It's up to you.
We'll postpone consideration for 2 weeks. So John makes a motion to rescind his motion for ordinance 26-06 for 2 weeks. Chris seconds.
Yes.
All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign. That's aye. So it's being, we'll revisit in 2 weeks.
3 weeks after.
All right, next meeting. We'll get the typographical error done, so now when it comes back up, it'll just be for the ordinance to change the fees on those items. Moving on. Parks.
Motion for resolution 26-41 approving and authorizing the purchase of athletic field benches for community park.
Second.
Do we have a dollar figure?
Yeah, it's $3,215.
All right, John makes a motion to approve resolution number 26-41 in the amount of $3,215. Chris seconds. Any discussion?
These are 21-foot aluminum player benches. They're put on the sideline. We have a couple sets of them already. They're just to add to, obviously, we're having more and more soccer fields, more and more baseball fields, things like that. This is just to have more of an amenity out here so that some fields don't have it. Small benches. This was the cheapest price, obviously, out of the 3 quotes that are in there.
How many benches was that for the public?
4 benches total, yes.
Okay. Any further discussion? Roll call.
David, Jen, and William are absent. John,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes. Passes 6-18.
Motion for resolution 26-42 approving and authorizing the purchase of a Bobcat for Parks Department from Bobcat of Rockford in the amount of $40,110.32. Whatever.
Second.
John makes a motion to approve approve resolution number 26-42 in the amount of $40,110.32. Chris seconds. Any discussion on that purchase?
This was budgeted, right?
Yes.
Are you replacing the other?
You just like Bobcat or what?
What's that?
You just like the Bobcat?
Everything.
That's actually with the utility vehicle. They're ready. Just so everybody knows, there's obviously 2 quotes in the packet. I was unsure when I talked to Bobcat of Rockford if all Bobcats had the same pricing. We found out later that they do. They run through a government account for us. The only difference in pricing are the shop fees and the freight. Obviously, Bobcat of Rockford is the closest dealer to us, so their freight and most likely shop fees are going to be different. That's the difference of $800-some. Yeah, this machine bad needs to be traded in. It's well lived its life.
It's good. Use it. Trade it. What do we get for trade?
$29.5.
29.5? I was gonna say 30, yeah, so.
Well, that's
No. Doing the wheels off it and then trade it in.
We beat it up pretty good.
Just for the public's strength, we do maintain them well.
Yes.
All right. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
William, Nathan, and Jen are absent. John,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes. Passes 6-19.
Motion to approve ordinance 26-07, authorizing disposal of personal property owned by the village of Davis Junction. Reference 2017 Bobcat 5600.
She got some age short. Thing's 9 years old.
We got
Who seconded? John makes a motion to approve resolution or ordinance number 26-07. Patrick seconds. In the amount of 29,500. I think we're getting what you guys just said. That's something. Any discussion?
it's pretty affordable. Then pick up a new one for 11 grand.
Not 11 grand, it's 41.
The new one's 70.
The new ones for
Never mind.
Yeah, the new ones without any discounts are in the 90s. Or the 3.1 jack.
All right. Math left the room.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. We don't mind. Everybody needs a good laugh. Any further discussion on this? Roll call, please.
Jane? Absent. John? Patrick? Chris?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Passes at 6:20. What's that? Anything further, Parks? All right. Public Works? Streets, Chris?
This is you, bud. Roll some effort, bud. I've done mine.
Well,
Yeah.
William wanted us to look at, for, tearing out, turning it into gravel, and road. The estimate was $384,000. Which I told him it was gonna go up by. I just didn't know it was gonna cost that much. I don't know how much paving it, which is another option, but we're not gonna do that either right now, because it's entirely too much money, we can't afford it. I don't see what options we really have. Because we know that chip and seal don't work, we've been doing it, we probably put forward on the last 6 years. We thought that maybe try, the micro servicing, we might get more life on, keep the oil under it. Maybe, but I think it might probably break up from the kind of trucks anyway, so. I don't know how great an idea any of it is, but you don't have a good option at this time. I'd like Rockford to take it at some point, but see. So
I'm trying to make contact with the person there still, but
we'd like to do the microservicing that we talked about last time, but I don't know if that's an option, right? We need to tell them by the 24th, which is 2 days away. And this is, how much was it, 40?
It's in the, should be at 24,200 some dollars.
298.
well, that won't happen because it's not in here for approvals.
That's higher.
No.
And it's not, which,
What?
again,
Can you ratify it?
What?
Can you ratify it?
Dan, options?
Yeah.
Sandy,
It's ratification of this microservicing approval.
yes.
Yeah, come back and ratify it in 3 weeks.
I think we did that with sludge hauling.
Yeah.
All right, so what exactly?
Good. Do you want to entertain the swap it on the waste?
No, right? I do not.
I did not say that.
I don't even think that's a possibility for well, sitting right here.
Dale got an answer that we talked to IDOT,
IDOT is okay with that.
and IDOT said it's
All right,
perfectly fine.
then you can present that, I don't.
Basically, what we can do is, the way Dale and I understand it with the quantities and everything, the wastewater plant, because Rolling Meadows and the wastewater plant, were part of this micro project for sure. Struck and Irwin, Joe Wesley said that we could, kind of exchange the work for work. And right now, it's looking like the wastewater plant is about 21,000 and some odd dollars. It's in the emails in your packet. That's why I have those emails included in this for you. If we wanted to, we could take that out of this year's project. We could take that 21, put it towards the 44 at some point. This is the way I understand it from Struck and Irwin, and knock that 44 down. Now, it's kind of, and then we could
pick it back up next season if we wanted to, the wastewater plant.
Yes.
So, or we could just do everything.
And we probably actually should do that, because then the change, adding portion of Benson Road would take it under a bid limit. Would make it 23-ish, not the 25, so that's probably something we should then do. And then we can, next time we do micro servicing, we can add those back into our.
Do you have the funds?
Well, yeah,
Sure, 21,000.
Any number for you.
I want 44.
Yeah,
No,
I probably could find some. We won't stress more, but.
why not? So which route do you want to go, Chris?
Well, I think we should just, I think we should, I don't like the idea of Robert Peters to all, but in this case, I think we probably should make the, just to really tell what the difference is. So I think that we should do that. And next year, whatever microservicing we do, we'll add those back in.
It'll be an interesting motion.
So this is only discussion, so there's no final actions.
We'll make a motion in 3 weeks.
Right.
Okay.
So whatever, there's just we're building consensus for whatever's gonna come back in 3 weeks at the next level. So,
Building sites.
Oh, it's a consensus.
We'll go with that. Because we're gonna tell them that we have to tell them by the 24th.
Do you want the consensus for the extra $23,000 swap out the?
Yes, that's exactly what we should
But
do.
even if it was a tie, so depending on how you are, we would still carry through if we're going here as a yes. And if you were a yes, we would carry through regardless of what's missing.
That's true.
So we don't have to vote, all we're gonna do is decide.
Right.
If you're go, you go,
Say next week if all of them are against.
John?
It doesn't matter, yes.
we're all a go, so you have
We can still
consensus.
have it next.
So get that 3 weeks, get on ratification that we're gonna take 21,000 from the wastewater plant project and add 23,000 to it to do the one on Junction Road and hope sorry, Edson Road. I hope that fixes it.
I'm okay to tell Dale then we're adding Edson and we will remove the treatment plant
Yes.
and
I think it's just the treatment plants.
just.
The way Dale and I talking,
Just
the
remove-
quantities, it was 300 square yards.
So we're removing the
Yes,
treatment plant and we're adding in Edson.
correct. That's the way Dale and I talked the other day.
Got it?
I've been throwing every stupid idea I can at Brett and he always tells me where I'm wrong, so it's wonderful.
Now, once again, I'm gonna put this out here so it doesn't come back on me.
We know it might.
I don't know if this is going to.
Oh, no, I'm right there with
I
you.
want everyone in the world to hear this. I don't know.
But it's a recommendation from the people that actually do it, that said they've done it before.
And Chris
Yes.
says, and
Yes, we don't, but we just want to make sure.
Anybody willing to
Well-
spend $384,000 and turn it into gravel again, that we're gonna have to maintain, that we don't have the ability to maintain?
Well, and then even at that, when I talked to Brett, one of the things we've realized is by the time we figure out the cost of the line we're putting into it, the cost of the manpower we're putting into it, of going down in the sand, of going down there and do it every day, it's around $1,000 a month that we're putting into this thing just to try to protect that road. And the heat makes it worse and costs more and takes longer.
we need about 3 years out of this.
Fingers crossed, John.
Yes, that's it.
Fingers crossed.
So,
Yes, we understand it's all in
Yes.
the Brett.
and that's all,
Appreciate it.
and again, that's all time they could be doing other things.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Jesus.
I did for charity.
I do, oh, did you have anything else on that, Chris?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I did have 2 quick things, that's not on the agenda. Can I add those in, Rick?
Yeah, we discuss them, we just can't do anything with them.
No, this is information. One of them, real quick, is, just so everyone's aware, I'll be getting back to you here in the next, hopefully several weeks, but, we are starting to spec out our new pickup truck. Replacing the F-350 that Kyle drive that I originally got back in 15, I think, 14, 15. So we're looking to spec, that out. So we were waiting for the 27 models because the 27 comes with a couple of options that we now don't have to pay for that we would have had to pay for with the 26.
Just a thunder.
Yes. Thanks, John. So just.
On the state bid though, right?
It's stated, yes.
Yes.
So just, that was just information. I'll obviously be back with more. And then something else, Chris, I did not get a chance to talk to you about it. Erica, could you please throw 1 or one of those pictures up. So, a week or two ago, we received a locate request for Rolling Meadows for lights. Street lights. Rick, if you don't want me to talk about this.
Oh, by all means, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I contacted, once we got that through, I got a hold of the assistant manager. I said, hey, before the contractor comes out, I said, there may be building permits, there may be this, there may be that. I said, I don't know, we're checking on it. You know, I talked with Lisa, Erica, and she's like, oh, okay. I roll out last week and I see a concrete truck sitting out there. And I'm like, oh, interesting, they're pouring a pad. Well, I come around the curve. So this is, obviously everyone knows this is facing north, treatment plant's down the way there. And there's about 7 or 8 of these. These are basically what look like 2-inch ductile iron pipe with a little tiny solar LED on the top. These are about 20, 30-ish feet apart. They're about 3 foot off the edge of the pavement. And there was another 6 to 8 holes that they were going to continue down to Foxglove. So I stopped and talked to the contractor. I said, no.
I like Chris's reaction.
I said, we don't even know if this is right away yet. We don't know exactly what's going on. I said, no one, is there any building permits? Did anybody call Village Hall? Blah, 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 whatever. Contractor was awesome from out of state, but really awesome to do. Long story short, he's like, well, so basically they just basically augered a hole, like a 4 or 6 inch hole, and then stuck the pipe in and then put the concrete around it. He's like, I don't want to waste the holes. He said, in case, so they literally just pulled the holes right up out of the concrete.
Oh, this is gone.
It's going now, yes.
Continue to.
Yeah, because the snow plows would wipe those things out.
So-
with snow load.
Yes, so what is taking place or going to be taking place hopefully next week is I got a hold of Dale and we are having that entire thing located basically by Bullet Hoffman to establish our right of way. So we know whether we go to the cornfield because we believe the right of way might be offset a little bit, don't know. So we're having all of that basically GPS surveyed and right of way established. They're gonna lap that every 300 feet so we can drive pins where we feel we need to drive pins to metal to locate in the future. And then we can determine what we can do working with Rolling Meadows on these, because without overstepping my authority, that's not happening.
Did we ever agree we're gonna do lights with them and green?
That died off.
No, she asked us to get it, and that would have been on us, but then we have been paying. And that would have been cut through ComEd, not from the battle.
So they can't do that without us.
Well, first I gotta establish whose property it is, just to be able to say, are those in our right of way, or are those on Rolling Meadows?
Is there any chance of the aren't on our right of way? I don't know how that close, that could not be on our right
Yeah,
of way.
I think our width down there is probably wider than.
Yes, yes. So, once we get that done, so there are no lights, no poles there now. They ripped them all out. We'll get it surveyed, we'll find right of way, and then we'll go from there. I'm not gonna get too excited about it yet, because we may find out we go all the way to the cornfield. We might find out that we only go 10 foot from edge of pavement. But we've gotta get that information before I go to the next step,
You move
which
those
is
lights.
telling them that's not gonna work.
You move those lights 10 feet off the edge of the road, and they're not gonna do anything.
They never asked in the first,
No.
No.
well, yeah. it's a-
So I ended up then talking to the actual manager, who was not real pleased, but once I kind of sort of explained the situation and this and that, so I informed her that once we do establish the right of way, we figure out where it is, I will call her if she wants to meet. We can look at everything, explain to her what's going on, and then we can figure out what to do with those. But with the drifting that occurs through there in the winter, and potentially 16 light poles, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Oh, it would be real easy to knock it down, that's the problem.
But it wouldn't be the plow, let's say, it would be the snow load off the.
It would be snow, it would be the wind.
We wouldn't be intentionally trying to knock them down.
No, it wouldn't be anything like that. So this is just information. Obviously, it's still kind of moving. I'll get back to all of y'all in a couple of weeks, and hopefully we have a
Well, there would also be
An
a
idea what we're
standard
gonna
on
do.
what type of light you could use, even if that was in there right away, right? You're gonna put up a team use solar light.
Well, correct, I mean, that is your.
That's a waste of money.
I
So,
forgot what
to
you
me,
call it.
that's your right of way, whether you wanna light it or not, I mean,
Yeah, but that was just a waste of somebody's money.
Yes.
Well, they came to us when we were gonna do it with ComEd, they just didn't like the cost. I understood, it was expensive.
Yes, it was.
We were sharing the cost with them, or with, and the cost of lighting them,
So it
so.
would have been done right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was under a different manager who's gone and
I mean, you can get big cement ballards and put it on top of that and make more sense.
When we received the locate, we assumed it was intersection light. We thought, oh, they're gonna go crazy and do, intersections, so we got box plug, all those, and we're like, cool, that's awesome, that even helps us out. I did not expect to see that when I came in, so, so I'll let y'all know.
You should have heard the phone call on it. Got that one.
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't believe it, prove it.
Yeah. And I think that's all I've got, thank you.
All right, Patrick, wastewater.
Make a motion to approve resolution 26-38 ratifying of an agreement for removal, transport, and land application of liquid sludge from the village of Village Junction wastewater treatment facility.
You have a dollar figure? It's per gallon, or is it up to 100,000 gallons and per gallon
Yes,
after that?
it was in this. I can't remember.
I'm
Yeah, it was a certain gallon, a certain dollar up to a certain gallon, and then it was cents per gallon after that.
Just like.
It's been a while since I've seen this, so I didn't.
We talked about this 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. Or what.
Yeah, you guys basically take it, and then I think we're just right.
Just wanted to put it out there for the public.
Didn't
Dan has it.
prepare for that.
8,000 for the first 1 to 100,000 gallons, and then 8 cents per gallon over 100,000 gallons.
I was saying, we do that.
Yes.
Okay, sound good.
Sorry, I'm taking a second here. Okay,
There are, yes.
so you made the motion. Who seconded?
I second.
All right. Patrick makes the motion to approve resolution number 26-38. John seconds. Discussion.
Just for one moment. We talked like crazy, talking about it, so a couple of weeks ago. Hey,
Just to clarify, because I rattled that off, it's $8,000 for the first 100,000 gallons, and for every gallon after that, it's 8 cents. For them to take away our sewage sludge. All right, not hearing any more discussion, roll call please.
Jen, William, and Nathan are absent. Chris?
Yes.
John? Patrick? Rick?
Yes. Passes at 6:30. Anything further, Patrick?
it's all right. They do not.
John?
Right.
Water?
all right, we had a bid opening on, June the 17th, we did receive, 5 bids. As far as I'll get into it more, but, we followed through the recommendation letter. Bidding irregularities, Colloid Pump Service Incorporated did not provide a unit price for supplemental bid item, cutting and threading pipe on each end, and then Waterwell Solutions did not acknowledge addendum number 1. There was one addendum issued prior to bidding. On page 2 at the top, there's kind of a summary of all the bids. Colloid Pump Service, they were the low bid at $43,399. They were $39,601. Under ours are almost 48%. Municipal Well and Pump was second at $50,079.60. They were 38% under our estimate. Albrecht Well Drilling was third at $89,435, and they were about $6,400 over our estimate. Waterwell Solutions was at $108,932. little, almost 26,000 over our estimate, and Lane Christensen Company was at 158,700, which is 75,000 over our estimate roughly. So kind of a wide spread there, but at least the two low bidders were close. And, I did call and talk to Coy Pump and Service, the gentleman that was at the bid opening, just to, always, every once in a while, we'll get a bid that's a lot under our estimate. Although they were close to the second bidder, I still want to make sure that, they were comfortable with their bids after all the bids were open, and they were. So, now I did mention earlier that they did not, submit a unit price for one of the supplemental bid items. So I did, ask Dan to take a look at the bids. And I appreciate his review and his opinion on, how we should maybe proceed with this. The supplemental bid items, just so everybody knows, when we bid, well pump rehabilitation, we basically, the base bid, we put in everything in there that we're pretty sure we're going to need to do with a well pump. The pump, the motor, the column piping, what we think we're going to have to do at a minimum. There's certain things that we're not sure of, and usually we try to put supplemental bid prices in there. So if we do need them, we're not trying to negotiate a price with a contractor and stuff on it. So the one supplemental bid item that we had in there was cutting and threading column piping. So sometimes on well pumps, the column piping are typically 20 foot in length. They're threaded and coupled together. Sometimes those threads get bad. What they can do is cut that off, rethread the pipe, and still use the majority of the column piping instead of replacing all of it. Typically, we'll use this bid item probably more commonly on a submersible pump. On a submersible pump, the motor's at the bottom, so you don't have a line shaft that goes down through the column pipe to turn the bowl assembly to bring the water to the surface. So with this bid item that they didn't submit a bid on, it's probably not likely that we're going to use this bid item. If we do have a threading issue, we'll probably just have them replace the column piping section, because if we have them, basically we have them cut the column piping and rethread it, then we're going to have to make changes to the line shaft, and stuff as well. So if the line shaft's good, we don't want to be starting to replace a lot of pieces of line shaft as well. So I think the likelihood of using this supplemental bid item is probably pretty low, and I believe that's kind of why they didn't provide a price for it. And with supplemental bid item, not supplying it, it doesn't affect, and stuff, really the ranking of how we have the contractors as far as award is concerned. These were supplemental items that we may or may not need, so we're basing it off their base bid items, so it doesn't affect the order in which the order of the bids of the contractors. So I think it's really kind of up to the village and all the contractors too that bid we had worked with before, and they're all qualified to do work. So that, as far as their qualifications, there's really no issue and stuff there. So I think it's really a matter of whether the board wants to go ahead and waive that bidding informality and basically award it to Coy Pump and Service Company for their low bid of $42,399. Do you want to add, Dan?
No, well, it's described in the letter and documents. The evidence there, it's just really where the village chooses.
that.
Rethreaded, the range was quite a bit. Municipal had $48.20 to rethread. That was probably, from what I've seen, that was probably pretty low. Albrecht and Lane were kind of high. They were $500 and $715. Waterwell Solutions was $183, which is pretty close. Typically in the $200 to $250.
All I want to know is if it's less than 7,000.
Yeah, right.
And that's the only pertinent.
That's not correct. That's one of the reasons why later.
Right, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Maybe looking for consensus again to move forward, or we just wait until 3 weeks to approve it?
I know what's on the agenda for, just discussion.
Discussion.
Oh, okay, just discussion.
Discussion of award. That's the,
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm good with that.
there's contract come back, with the next record.
Yeah, so, if we approve to award tonight, then I can go ahead and typically we have Rick sign the notice of award that it's awarded to him, so we can send it to the contractor. Contractor knows it's been awarded, then they'll execute the contract bonds, get us the insurance, and then those documents will come back, and then then the contract would have to be approved before Rick would sign?
Right.
Okay. If everybody's good with the waiver and awarding to Cahoy, then it's okay to have Rick sign the notice of award. Then I can have the contractor proceed with executing the contract document.
You three good?
Yeah.
All right.
What happens in the event one of us wasn't here when we vote on this, they still go?
Yeah, well, yeah, they would be voting on this, voting on.
So they're voting on
Contract. Fine.
All the years, when you get in the right direction to be awarded, see, I'm going to bring the contract back to the board of directors.
But it's just another discussion, so
So we need that on the agenda though.
it'll be on the agenda in 3 weeks.
And then one other thing real quick, kind of doubling back, Rick had asked a question, Dale did get back to me, that, just the construction, the bond came in today, and, do we need to so bond came in, so the contract's ready to be executed. Does that contract need to go on the agenda for the next meeting so it can be approved, so Rick can sign it? Okay, so we make sure that contract gets on the agenda for whatever the next meeting is for approval, and Rick can sign that. Dale did say that we've already reviewed shop drawings on the equipment that's being supplied. He doesn't have a definitive date, but he would guess it's probably gonna be middle of August or so.
Yeah, because 12 August to be our next meeting.
Okay, well, if that's the case, it'll probably be later in the month, because they're probably not gonna move until they have a actual signed contract. So we have, we get that on the agenda for that contract to be approved as well.
All right. Take that up there. We're moving forward. Unfinished business, we have received the thing from Dan, who went to Brett's water meter.
Yes.
Perhaps not me, so that,
Yep.
I'm working with them.
So, perfect. We're moving forward. We're actually making progress. You've been waiting a long time. Public? We're enjoying you just being here.
Take a minute to get up unless you can hear me from here, everybody.
You're good.
No, I'm here.
We were just concerned what's going on with the data center off Hudson Road. It's gonna be built, when it's gonna be built, and you know anything about it?
The last I have from Rockford is it has not been approved. They do not have drawings yet. So we don't even know what their status on it is.
Did we hear right? This, it was like 1,300 acres, they were taking this.
I hope not. They don't have that much out there.
No, I don't think it was that much over there, looking at it going, it's an awful lot of land they're gonna be sucking
No,
up.
it's some, I mean, the amount of land they have there, they're gonna go back 15, 16 years on this one. You remember when we did that boundary agreement with Rockford?
Yes.
When they bought Gensler, it was like 700 acres as well, if I remember right. So they don't have that much acreage up there anyway. There's a lot of stuff out there that people are inflating to try to make it more damaging, and the other side's doing just the opposite, so.
That's kind of why we're here, because
Yeah.
I'd love to hear a little more about what's really going on.
I don't really have
You
any
know,
information.
the village hasn't taken a stance on it yet because we don't have good enough information on it yet either. You know, you heard us discuss the whole road down here that we're trying to repair and trying to figure out something that'll work. Rockford wants it, but they're afraid if they take it, it's gonna make people think the data center's already been approved. Even though we've been trying to do this for 15 years. So we don't want to wind people up by causing problems. So once we know, then then the village will take a stance one way or another.
That's our favorite way to go. We like going up on Friday Road and seeing horses and stuff, It's no peaceful over there.
The good thing, go the other way, because that's the part of the road that's all sticky that we've been talking about. That's a mess.
Because we looked at, stuff they put down on Epsom, it looked like rejuvenated almost. Where it was like some dark stuff under it with like some white gravel over it or something.
It's lime and sand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all the oil's bleeding up through and everything we put down. And Chris has tried to fix it multiple times, and the trucks just destroy it.
And that's our favorite way to go. It's quiet out there. Just drive along at 40 miles an hour, as long as I'm behind me and enjoy the ride. The last thing came up, I believe my wife did speak to Eric about this, but, we live over in Otterwood, one of the newer houses on the back side up there. When it crosses Harvest Glen and curves around.
Mhm.
And we're at 204. And, I call it cabbage. The stuff that's growing between properties. I don't know how else to describe it. Cabbage,
It's bad. You're talking about the high weeds, yeah.
all the weeds in between.
But the
because,
lots, yeah, I've had it behind me for 15 years.
Those all still,
They
Newly?
should be getting mowed. There was a bit of a hiccup. They came out to start on it, but they were still pulling wire out there. That is all done. That actually, I think, finished up Friday, so we expected them any day this week to start hauling.
That's good. We had a coyote, in, stealth mode. He was, doing ambush mode on one of my dogs. We only had one left. And he was out there in the yard and you see Mr. Coyote with his ears popping up about 4 feet off as we cut about 6 to 8 feet behind our fence just to keep it clear over it.
Yeah.
Sure enough, he was there in stealth mode, so got me a little concerned. Can't kill him. What can you do with him,
If I don't see anything,
exactly.
yeah, I'll reach out to Frank.
But we don't know, we don't know.
Yeah, that you would.
That's the one, two things we're concerned about is for your village. We just moved out here a year ago. I felt ill. He got very sick and I went to the hospital, but came back out. Still been building up our house, making it good. We gotta say, you guys, the fireworks displays you guys put on was absolutely fantastic. We sat in our garage. We faced this way, so we just watched the whole display. We missed it. Missed the American flag.
That thing was awesome.
But it was a good display. It beat the one we had where we lived in Carroll Stream before. We thought Carroll Stream had a good display. You guys put on fantastic.
We normally spend so much money. This year we spent 50% more, and actually the team that put it together was Jen and Erica and Brody and Nathan were the biggest ones working on it. I'm sure Brenda had a hand in it too. And Lisa. But we got a lot of donations this year and it worked out really well. The village itself paid less for the fireworks this year than we did for our previous years, so we'll probably continue with that.
Yeah, that stuff's not cheap.
No. But, thank you for the.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having us in this town. I mean, it's
Oh.
a beautiful place.
Glad to have
It's quiet out here, except for the UPS plans to come over, but West Van's not so bad.
you.
Trains
UPS.
don't even bother us.
No.
If not, you get used to them.
We always tell people there's a train on the water tower, so.
We grew up right around O'Hare, both of us.
Yeah.
And in fact, she lived in Bensonville. And Bensonville's where they did, eminent domain on houses. They closed down a whole area and pulled everybody out of their houses. And basically, if you didn't sell your house, they'd give you what they want to give you and you're out there. They leveled the neighborhood for the expansion out of O'Hare. And, I lived around O'Hare Airport for, 30, 40 years. So planes don't bother me. They're not terrible. But out here, it's like they're quiet. But they come in, they make a little bit of racket.
Like come over at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Trains, I rarely hear them.
So two things is thank you for coming. You're welcome to come to any meeting because you see how much public shows up.
I just want to see what goes on, just to hear
And
what's happening in the village.
And secondly, since you showed up, I'm going to ask you if you want to work, because if you're retired, I got an opening on the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Well, I'm retired. I'm retired. I don't work anymore. I drove a truck for 44 years. And, I know we have to be.
That's all right, they don't pay anything.
They don't pay much.
I'm kidding.
Planning and zoning commission only meets maybe once a month, and we would love to have new members. If you're interested, give me a call.
Six more now,
Planning and zoning commission
I didn't use anything.
and the
It's
planning
not.
and zoning commission and the
Zoning board.
ZBA, zoning board of appeals. So it's all one committee.
Sounds kind of interesting.
We're short one member.
Sounds kind of interesting. How much-
Actually, we're short two members because he wants to get off it.
How many hours does it take a week at work? I mean, I'm not doing much of anything, I'm retired, but it's.
It's
The last meeting was probably 6
months ago.
yeah. So you meet once every few months and go over whenever somebody wants to build something here, and go over, or if somebody wants a variance to an ordinance, or it's very light. But you know, we have the lawyers there for moral support when you're there, and they give you all the legal stuff and what you can and can't do. And you attend once in a while, don't you,
For the serious ones.
Matt? Okay. So our engineers come, and we'd be happy to have you on that too. All right.
Give me something to do.
If you decide to, give me a call. My card should be right out there on the window on the way out, and we're glad to have you.
Yeah, if you're putting on the cars, we're going to do something. Tell us from home.
I don't think we do that for that one. It's important what they do because they're the ones that are going to make the decisions and recommendations to the board for what we do.
Yeah, we're overall not concerned with the country and what they've done, what building the houses, the house is great. But we talked to one of the guys and it's like they're selling off properties behind their house individuals now.
Yeah.
You know, and they're not really building here anymore, they're building those collectively. We might have vacant land behind our place for a while.
Yeah.
And that's.
As long as they keep it mowed.
I have no complaints with that, but I don't care if there's a house there now.
I do. It's needs in my yard every year.
He lives all close to you.
Yeah,
What is all the grass?
yeah, I have had nothing but empty lots behind me. They're starting to build now, but there's 3 empty ones behind my yard, which is on a cul-de-sac, so it's the longer portion of the yard. Those weeds just can't get out of the yard.
Oh, the back half of our yard, we have that cabbage in our yard too, it's like, maybe the people there would be, sprays and stuff, get stuff down and get it out of there, she pulled it out, and it was like, pulling teeth, couldn't get it out.
It's losing that.
Yeah, we found that out. So,
Which is-
yeah,
My complaint as a resident in the village.
what's that?
Are you done? I
You go right ahead, that's not complaining.
no,
I'm not complaining, I just wanna hear what's going on.
no, my yard where both surf and Frontier came in looks terrible.
Oh,
And they're, whatever measly a repair they try to do isn't working very good. I don't know what recourse the village has, like that, looking, let me,
I agree with you on that one.
it's just terrible.
My yard looked pretty good in front, my yard was great for a while, but I'm seeing it right now.
Surf came back and screwed everything up, and there you go.
Exactly.
And they cut the current cable provider to my yard, to my house. I had that, was down for 2 days, and I had somebody come fix it. Hey, yeah, no problem. The village could take care of it.
We should put off closed session.
Oh.
So,
No closer.
no. So closed session, we're gonna postpone for 3 weeks till the entire board's here, at least the majority of the board's here. It's only right for them to all get their input on it as well. Yep. Yeah, because the other ones, everything on that closed session, will the reconvening of open session, all that gets moved, so.
Motion to adjourn, second.
John makes a motion to adjourn, Patrick seconds. Chris, are you in favor of adjourning?
Yep.
All right. All in favor, say aye. Or adjourn.
Can you vote from the?
6:59.
All right, I saw Stronger. I didn't.
I like the one where the mayor actually took